Barbershop conversation, guys. So I just saw 78's video, and he said something that piqued my interest. And white media is more white media is more racist than me, LDBC, Dante's box. I'm speaking for myself. I am not speaking for them. So this is not a collaborative video. I don't want you guys to think that they ganging up. No, this is Frederick Hawthorne's perspective. And the reason why I think that, or Chocolatito's loss, proves that last night. And I'm going to take you guys through the course of my brief history. I'm 39, so people might say, oh, you don't know much about boxing. So I'll just stick with the current. We won't deal with the historical perspective, but just things that I have seen. Floyd Mayweather. Bob Arum acknowledges he doesn't understand the hip-hop culture. So he prolongs the Oscar de... Keep in mind, Bob Arum prolonged the Oscar de la Hoya fight. Floyd Mayweather didn't prolong the Oscar de la Hoya fight, all right? And if you read the tea leaves in between the lines, you will realize that it was Bob Arum at the end of the day that didn't give you the fight when we actually wanted that fight. And now we look at today's climate where we have Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter HBO has. With all due respect to everyone else, I understand Andre Ward is the best fighter, if you guys understand what I'm saying. But Terrence Crawford, in terms of ceiling and in terms of wanting to the future, Terrence Crawford should be the future of HBO boxing. But yet, they want to crown Vasyl Lomachenko, Triple G, Chocolatito, these hype jobs. Hype jobs meaning they are not the best pound for pound fighter. Not hype job in turn that their baseline isn't good. Because I think Lomachenko is the best fighter at 130. I thought HBO forced Triple G to stay at the weight and force Andre Ward to go up. I believe. I haven't had any conversations with anyone. This is just a hypothesis on my part. And but with all that being said, if white media, which is attached to HBO, if you guys understand what I'm saying, if they had been a little less racist and a little more compliant with the realities of boxing, Floyd Mayweather probably would still be with HBO and hadn't got the biggest payday in the history of boxing, in the history of sports in one night. If Terrence Crawford moves over to Showtime, don't you know he will be celebrated? They celebrate black athletes over there. And they know no matter how you like your coffee, whether you like it black or whether you like it with cream, the stir that stirs your coffee is the black athlete. And that's just the reality of it. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at the landscape of boxing, black athletes more or less dominate boxing, whether we're great contenders or whether, and I know some of my Mexican subscribers may disagree with me. And if you have a channel, feel free to put a channel. I'm not being racist. I'm just telling you the realities of what I see. If you look at the top 5 of each division above 135, and especially the money divisions, you'll realize, wow, black athletes truly dominate. If you take Triple G, or Triple G is not American, but if you take, Mikey Garcia, that's 135, right? You take Mikey Garcia out the equation. Some people might say Linares. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. American white guy and a Mexican white guy over 135. that's doing a hell of a job. 147, 154, 160, 168, 175. I don't see it. And that's just what I believe. And so, in actuality, I've been right this whole time. Me being, as I tell you guys, black media is how I started this. And they the ones that took a chance on me being a wild card. I've had offers. Now, I'll be honest. I've had offers to work with other media outlets. I'm at In-N-Out, guys. So you guys get to hear me order In-N-Out. It's my cheat day. Hey, how you doing? Can I get a double with grilled onions and a black and white and a chocolate vanilla shake?
With a fry?
No fries.
I see you have a double with grilled onions and a chocolate/vanilla shake.
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
For the card to go?
In the car.
In the car?
Yes.
Alright, you have it to the first one.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. That's one of the beauties of LA. If you guys not in LA, you guys got to order In-N-Out. And I changed my diet quite a bit. I'm a vegetarian 80% of the time now. Vegan, vegetarian 80% of the time. Just because I work out so motherfucking hard that I'm so, by Thursday or Friday, I'm caloric deficient. And so this is a great way for me to consume 1,500 calories and enjoy it, by the way. So getting back to, as I digress back into what I was talking about, if HBO had realized what they had, and they knew what they had, I swear to God, when I saw Floyd Mayweather fight for the first time, I said, who is this motherfucker? Who is this dude? And you know how cracky, if you look at him now, you hear how cracky his voice was back in the day? I mean, he was electrifying, beautiful. And the same thing with Roy Jones. They never really, truly embraced Roy Jones. And I wasn't really knee deep in the boxing, so I only saw one side of the fence as I am now. But in hindsight, they didn't celebrate Roy Jones. And more importantly, they didn't protect Roy Jones as they did Triple G as the biggest protection project of all time in current boxing. And if Lomachenko don't fight Rigondeaux, I mean, pretty much you can say the same. But I mean, he fought Gary Russell, and but outside of Gary Russell, you know, and you guys might say he lost to the Journeyman. I can't think of the name off the top of his head, but remember, he was supposed to lose that fight. He was supposed to be a great opponent for Lomachenko. It just, you know, he just out-veteraned Lomachenko. If you guys rewatch that fight, you'll see what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, salute to all my guys who protect black athletes, and more importantly, protect the truth. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of, as you guys call us, black channels that love Triple G. You know, I'm a fan of Triple G. I have a standing year $1,000 bet on Triple G that I'm taking my money to the gym tomorrow to bet $1,000 on Triple G. And would I make that bet today? No. I think Canelo has matured into a hell of a fighter. And if you put a gun to my head, I would put $1,000 on Canelo. But here's the beautiful thing about Fred Hawthorne. I'm not going to lose in that fight, because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put $1,000 on Canelo, and he's plus 140 right now, plus 130. So no, I'm either going to break even or win $400. So as I told you guys in the videos before, you find somebody to break even, you find somebody to bet you even on the favorite, and then you bet the underdog, so you win no matter what. So that's just how I do my bet. So I win no matter what, because you follow me, you know I attempt to be fiscally responsible. So, but I just think HBO screwed up boxing, man. And you can tell by their programming. You can tell by they're not visible. You understand what I'm saying? They need to be more visible in terms of boxing. Like, the heads need to be more boisterous, more visible. Because we are in a social media climate. You always see Steven Espinoza doing interviews. Steven Espinoza never turns me down an interview. Never turns down an interview from me. But you know, I don't interview him much because, you know, his staff is real cool with me. I get a lot of information from them that I don't want on camera. And but HBO fucked up boxing. And if you're paying $17 a month to HBO, you need to reconsider. Outside of this month, right? You're not getting nothing else outside of this month, because Top Rank went to ESPN. Top Rank going to ESPN validates what the fuck HBO done did in white media. You know, the Al Heyman, they're not going to give you credit. It's like the Cotton Gin. It's like Jack Daniels. It's like, what else has black people invented? There's so many inventions that black people have invented. Because remember, black people couldn't own anything. You know, they wasn't human beings. You know, so they couldn't own anything in America. So the white man and the slave owner got a lot of credit for their inventions. And Al Heyman is not going to get credit for what boxing looks like today. But when you look at when you look at Golden Girls promotion, how they're on ESPN. When you look at Top Rank, they're on ESPN fighting for free. They hate it. They took Al Heyman to court. Al Heyman dropped them emails in a timely fashion, and we've come to realize that Golden Girl is a disgraceful company, and Top Rank was smart enough to follow. And Eddie Hearn is basically Al Heyman in the UK. If you look at how he's treating his fighters, they're only fighting twice a year. You know, but yeah, man. So these are just my thoughts as I'm driving. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I'll do my video on the NFL probably later tonight. But I'm still waiting on Seattle. If Seattle didn't do anything loud, I'm not boycotting the NFL, man. It's just what I believe and what I feel. But if they don't protect their teammate, you know, and there's video evidence to prove that their teammate was systemically profiled and detained illegally by the police, then these millionaires are just gonna play football and get their money. But so that's my observation briefly. I feel like doing videos and having conversations about this all day. You know, Chocolatito just validates. It proves, you know what I mean? Like all these fucking white media outlets. Like for example, I got into a disagreement with Michael Montero. Oh, you're a racist. You're this and that. He's protecting Chocolatito. He's protecting Triple G, and more importantly, he's disrespecting Andre Ward at the same time. If you go to his videos, I haven't watched his videos in such a long time, but this was like maybe a year ago. I don't know how long ago it's been, but it was definitely around the first Ward Kovalev fight. But you know, that they're failing. You know, the Steve Kims and the Doug Fishers, they're broke. You know, Ring TV has cut their budget down to pennies. YouTube channels pay more money than Ring TV now. And that is a fact. You understand what I'm saying? So all these guys, these Chocolatito channels, these Triple G channels. Now I respect Triple G. You know, Triple G is just an obedient fighter. He has, you know, he understands the game now, but when he first got in, he leveraged his white skin to propel himself. And that's what black rappers do in hip hop. And I respect them for that. But the powers to be, I'm paying for my food.
How are you?
Good. How much owe you? Yeah.
$6.91. You want any that,
No. And so the powers to be and Triple G came up with a game plan. Tom Lauper has taken Triple G as far as he can go. You know, he only fought one bad man, and Canelo will be his second. And it's a great game plan, you know, and you got to respect it on that if you think of that side of the fence. But when you look at it pragmatically, you look at Triple G is really not the best 160 guy right now. Thank you, brother. He's the second most popular right now, for sure, you know, behind Canelo. But Charlo will dominate that division if he continues to grow as we think we are. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. These are just driving thoughts from Fred Hawthorne. And I figured I'd do a video while I'm driving. and about to eat this double double and this black and white milkshake. I try and stay away from French fries. You know, French fries stay in your body for like fucking 8 days. Well, so do red meat. But I'm about to consume these 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, and feel good about myself. And then my workout tomorrow, for the next 5 days, I burn anywhere between 14 and 1,800 calories each workout. You know, it's so high intensity. But yeah, man. If you guys listen to my videos, let's get some workouts in. If you in LA, you want to work out with me, you're more than welcome. I work out between 8 and 12 o'clock every day. Working out is like a part-time job for me. Like, for real, taking care of my body is a part-time job. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're in LA and you want to work out with me, you're more than welcome to. That's it, man. So barbershop conversations. Oh, I was talking about Steve Kim and them, man. You know, it's just asinine, man, how they think that their mission statement is correct, when actually my mission statement was correct. Dante's Boxing Nation mission statement was correct. LDBC mission statement is correct and will continue to be correct, because we see LDBC, 60-70% of the LDBC picked Mikey Garcia to win the fight. I picked Mikey Garcia to win the fight. I can't speak for Dante. I don't know who he predicted to win that fight. But so that goes to show you, we pick the best fighters to win the fight. Now, do we want our fighters who instinctively we want to win? I'm speaking for myself. Yes. When I watched the fight, I kind of wanted Adrian Broner to win. But I would be a fool to bet money on Adrian Broner. Right? So, you know, it's happened so many times. You understand what I'm saying? So anyways, man, barbershop conversation. We have proved ourselves correct once again. Chocolatito proved us that was it the Ring TV, the Doug Fishers of the world, the Steve Kims of the world, the Michael Monteros of the world, and everyone else involved, the Dan Raphaels, the HBO boardroom. We are more intelligent and decisive and more fair than they are. I'm about to pick up my food. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. I'm about to enjoy this In and Out, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll holler. Peace, man.